Howdy everyone, I'm back at it again. We're gonna take the Hobie out today and see if we can get some pike slime on it. Oh, this water's kind of nasty looking. I want to try to avoid stepping into here as much as possible, but might have to. There we go. That'll work. I'm gonna have to shove myself out into deeper water with my paddle. And we're off. See if we're deep enough to drop the Mirage drive in. Actually, I might get out of these weeds just a little bit. This looks like it should be good. So we'll get my pedal drive in, drop my anchor down. And I hope I still got some weeds to go through here, but we'll try to get out to some deeper water. There we go. All right, I think we can put the paddle away for now. So I figured I'd bring the Hobie out here today because I've got about 1.5 miles of water to cover to get to where I want to fish up here. We're gonna head up to where the highway crosses this lake. I've done pretty well up there in the past, and honestly I've kind of got a slump I need to bust out of. Yeah, the weather was just terrible up here all last week. It was 100 degrees and windy a couple of days, and then the rest of the week it was just rainy and stormy pretty much all week. So I finally got out a couple of days ago, spent about 15 hours on the water between a few different spots, and I got skunked at all 3 of those spots. So hopefully we can find a few out here today. Like I said, I'm gonna pedal up here to where the road crosses this lake. So we'll have a little bit of road noise to deal with, but if that's where the fish are, a little road noise will be well worth it. I think I'm gonna go with the Chatterbait today. I've got myself rigged up with a 1/2 ounce Z-Man Chatterbait, and I've got a Razor Shads for a trailer on that. It's mid-afternoon right now. Not quite sure if those fish are gonna be willing to hit topwater, so we'll toss that Chatterbait around, see if we can find a few willing to go thump. For now, I'm just gonna keep pedaling up to the road. I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, we've made it up here. Like I said, we'll have a little bit of road noise to deal with, but we'll see if this is where the pike are hanging out today. So I kind of fish that Chatterbait a lot like a jig. I'll toss it out, let it sink, just kind of pop it up a foot or 2 at a time, let it do its little vibration thing and flutter back down. I might vary it a little bit. Sometimes they like the steady retrieve, but usually hopping it along the bottom like that works pretty well for pike. think I'm gonna work my way back into this corner here. Still don't have my fish finder on the Hobie, but I know the spot pretty well. It's generally 3 to 5 feet deep once you get off the edge of the weeds. There's one. Just a little guy? Oh man. He felt like a big one there at first. But hey, I will take a little guy. Get us on the board at least. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I caught a fish. So I will take it. All right, no getting skunked today. Say, don't tell me I got another one on. Just a clump of weeds. All right. Well, we got one in. It took maybe 20 minutes to find that fish. Hopefully, he's got some buddies roaming around in here somewhere. There's one. That one gave my chatterbait a nice thump. Oh, this might be a bigger fish right here. Bigger than that first one at least. Maybe a little bit. Come on up here. Settle down there, bud. Oh, well, he dropped my lure at least as he's giving me a bath. That feels all right on a warm day like today, though. I don't mind getting splashed a little bit. Second one of the day. That's a decent pike right there. There's one. Oh yeah, it's a decent pike. I really seem to like this shallow corner over here today. I did work my way down the rocks a little bit there, but didn't find anything. Oh, we've got a few over here in this corner now. Nice, thick, healthy looking pike. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. Despite the road noise, I'm just having a blast out here today. Doesn't really bother me much for catching fish. For sitting here not catching anything, I Typically don't stick around for too long, but we're getting them here today. Oh, it sure feels nice when the clouds cover up that sun. It is a warm one out here today. Right as I looked away, I had a thump on my line. Another little guy. Really shouldn't say little. None of these pike are real small. They're all decent fish. Come on up here, bud. Just want to take a real quick look at you. Yeah, you can splash around, give me a bath if you want. I won't mind. I need my pliers for that one. What am I sitting on it? It's be the first time I've had to dig out the pliers today. Decent one. About average size out here today. Uh-oh. I let them see me holding up a fish. Now next week there's going to be 20 people out here at this spot. It's kind of a tough to access spot right here, so you got to be able to be willing to work for these fish a little bit. Oh, swing and a miss. I had one take a swipe at it there. Let's see if I'll come back for it. Just give that chatterbait some little pops along the bottom there. Yep, he came back for it. Yeah, that was just a different fish. Oh, and he shook it. Darn it. That felt like a nice one. Oh, look at that. He bit the tail off my razor shad. Well, I guess I'm going to take a couple minutes to re-rig. Probably put some sunblock on while I'm at it. And we'll see if we can catch a couple more. There we go. Oh, this might be a nice one here. Oh yeah, that's a good pike. I thought I felt a little tap there right as I was starting to reel it back. So I give it a little pause, and sure enough, this guy slammed it. Oh, had him in the net for a second there. Come back here, you. There's a nice pike. Probably the biggest one of the day so far. All right, I had to wait for some of the loud vehicles to go by. Take a quick look at that guy. Beauty of a pike. What is that, 5 or 6 now? We're getting on them pretty good out here today. Well, I worked my way along the rocks all the way down to the far end. down there. I missed one bite, kind of right in the middle. But aside from that, not much action. I think all the pike are down here at this end. There's a lot more weeds growing in down here on this end. I think the pike just like those weeds. So I'm gonna paddle back over there to where we were catching pike all afternoon. I'm gonna see if I can catch one or two more, and then it might be about time to paddle back to where I started from today. Got kind of limited time. I don't see any dark clouds yet, but I know we've got a thunderstorm moving in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I want to give myself a good hour of time before that storm hits to start pedaling back and get my gear loaded up so I don't get hit in that stuff. Drive in down a no maintenance road to get into this lake, so I don't want to get caught on that in a torrential rain or anything. Probably get stuck out here for the night. Have to keep a couple of these pike and eat them. There we go. Oh, shook it. That's my one gripe with the chatterbait. The hookup ratio just ain't great with that thing. I've been doing pretty good today, but I've missed a few. I'll throw it back over there again. See if we can tempt that fish for seconds. Oh, missed one right there. Really right off of that stick. I know there's one over here. Right off that first stick there. Say if we don't get him now, we'll come back for him, but we got him now. Come on up here, you. All right. Yeah, they get in the net and they just go crazy. I just barely had this guy hooked. Decent little guy. Nothing huge today, but I mean, they're all decent fish. I'm looking for one more bite. Then I think I'm gonna get out of here for the day. Seems like today the little trough between where this point extends out here and the shoreline is really the hot spot. What the heck did that happen? My reel just fell off. And we just caught another fish if I can get this one in. Having equipment issues here. All right, we still got that fish on. Shouldn't speak too soon until we get him in the net. All right, there we got him. Come here, bud. Take a quick look at you. I think that is going to be the last one of the day right there. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for today's trip. I'm just pedaling my way back to where I started from. Yeah, looks like the clouds are about done for the day. That sun is just beating down on me. I am roasting. I'm ready to head back to my truck, crank up the AC, and maybe stop back in town for a cold beverage. It's been a fun day out here though. We wore out the pike pretty good with that Z-Man chatterbait. Yeah, we caught a whole bunch of fish on that guy. Nothing real big today, but nothing real small either. Pretty good average size if you ask me. Yeah, they were all pretty decent fish. Before I go, I just want to give a big thanks to High Tempo Snow Sports and Water Sports in White Bear Lake for supplying me with the Hobie Compass here. Yeah, I had a blast fishing out of the Hobie today. It worked really well out here on this lake. Definitely thankful for the Mirage drive, making the 1.5 mile pedal from where I fish to where I launched from. Yeah, it is nice for that. So check them out, High Tempo, if you're in the market for a new Hobie or Old Town kayak. It's a nice little shop, great bunch of people working there. And it's the type of business that gives back to the kayak fishing community. I know they're a big sponsor for a lot of the Minnesota Kayak Fishing Association events. So it's always nice working with a business that gives back like that. I'll leave a link for their website, as well as all the rest of the gear I was using out here today in the video description down below. And thanks to the rest of you for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed the day out here in the kayak with me. It's a perfect day to be out here. I had a lot of fun. It was just nice having a few thumps at the end of my line again. It's been a tough couple of weeks up here. So a day like today was exactly what I was hoping for. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along with me again. I'll see you next time.